अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। होप यू ऑल आर फाइन स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम बायो क्लास 11 चैप्टर नंबर 9 एक्सरसाइज शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर सॉल्व करेंगे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हमारे पास, व्हाट आर कार्निवोरस प्लांट्स, गिव एग्जांपल्स। Carnivorous plants are plants which obtain essential nutrients by capturing and digesting small animals such as insects, spiders, and even tiny frogs. These plants have adapted to thrive in nutrient-poor environments like bogs and swamps where soil lack essential nutrients. Examples of carnivorous plants include pitcher plant, a tropical plant with a deep, slippery curved leaf that traps and digests insects. Next is Venus flytrap, a plant with modified leaves that snap shut quickly to trap and digest insects. Next is sundew, a plant covered in sticky droplets of glue-like substance called mucilage, trapping and digesting insects. Next is bladewort, an aquatic plant that trap and digest small organisms using bladder-like traps. Next is butterwort, a plant with sticky leaves that trap and digest insects. Next is corkscrew plant, a plant with modified root that trap and digest small organisms. These plants have evolved unique structures and mechanisms to capture and digest prey, allowing them to survive in environment with limited nutrient. Next question is, define osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis and diffusion are two types of passive transport that occur in living organisms. First of all, we see what is diffusion. The random movement of particles from area of higher concentration to area of lower concentration, resulting in uniform distribution. Particles move freely, driven by thermal energy until equilibrium is reached. Does not require energy. Example, a drop of food coloring diffusing in water. Next is osmosis. The movement of water molecule from area of higher concentration to area of lower concentration through a selectively permeable membrane. Water molecules pass from region of high water potential to region of low water potential, help maintain cellular balance and structure. Example, a plant cell absorbing water through its cell membrane. Key differences between osmosis and diffusion. Diffusion involves movement of particle, while osmosis specifically involves water molecule. Diffusion occurs in any medium, solid, liquid, or gas, where osmosis occurs through a selectively permeable membrane. Diffusion is more general process, while osmosis is a specific type of diffusion which help regulate cellular water balance. Next is, what is water potential? Water potential is measure of potential energy of water in a system determining the direction of water movement. It's combination of factors affecting water's ability to flow from one area to another. Water potential is influenced by osmotic potential, which is represented by psi s, the effect of fluid concentration on water movement. Next is pressure potential, which is represented by psi p. ये जो साइन है इसको psi पढ़ते हैं, पी एस आई, ठीक है, पी साइलेंट है, psi p. The effect of physical pressure on water movement, gravitational potential psi g, the effect of gravity on water movement, and metric potential, the effect of matrix or medium like soil on water movement. Water potential is measured in unit of pressure, for example Pascal or bar, or energy per unit volume. When water potential is higher, water moves out of system, lower, water moves into system, equal, water is in equilibrium and there is no net movement. Understanding water potential is crucial in various fields including plant physiology, soil science, ecology, and agriculture. Next question is, why exchange of gases occur more efficiently in air than water? Exchange of gases occur more efficiently in air than water for several reasons. First of all, diffusion rate. Gases diffuse faster in air than water due to lower density and viscosity of air. Solubility. Gases are less soluble in air than water, so they don't get stuck in medium. Next is concentration gradient. The concentration gradient of gases is steeper in air, driving faster diffusion. Surface area. In air, the surface area for gas exchange is larger, allowing more gas molecules to interact. Molecular interactions. Water molecules are polar and form hydrogen bond which slow down gas diffusion. Air molecules are nonpolar, reducing interaction and increasing diffusion rate. Next is partial pressure. The partial pressure of gases is higher in air, driving faster diffusion into and out of organism. Turbulence. Air is more turbulent than water, mixing gases and increasing exchange rate. These factors combined make gas exchange more efficient in air than water, which is why animals evolved lungs for gas exchange in air rather than water. Next is name the hormones involved in each of the following physiological process: germination of seed, stem elongation, ripening of fruit, abscission of leaf, dormancy of seed. First of all, germination of seeds. Gibberellin promotes seed germination by breaking dormancy and initiating growth. Stem elongation. Auxins stimulate cell elongation and cell division, leading to stem growth. Next is ripening of fruit. Ethylene C2H4 trigger fruit ripening by promoting senescence and softening. Next is abscission of leaf. Ethylene and abscisic acid. Ethylene promotes senescence while ABA helps seal off the petiole leading to leaf fall. Next is dormancy of seed. Abscisic acid maintains seed dormancy by inhibiting germination and promoting quiescence. Note: other hormones may also play a role in these processes, but these are the primary hormones involved. Gibberellin promote growth, germination, cell elongation. Auxin stimulate cell elongation, cell division, root growth. Ethylene promotes senescence, fruit ripening, and abscission. Abscisic acid maintains dormancy, promote stomatal closure, and helps in stress responses. Next is differentiate between colon-chyma, sclerenchyma, photoperiodism and phototropism, transpiration and evaporation. First of all, we see difference between colon-chyma versus sclerenchyma. Colon-chyma, these are living cells, thickening in corner of cell wall, flexible, provides support and structure, found in stem, leaf and petiole. Sclerenchyma, these are dead cells, thickening throughout the cell wall, rigid, providing strength and protection, found in mature stem, bark and seed coat. Next is difference between photoperiodism and phototropism. Photoperiodism responds to duration of light exposure, regulates flowering, growth and development, involves phytochrome and cryptochromes. Phototropism responds to direction of light source, cause curvature or bending toward light, involves oxygen and blue light receptor. Next is transpiration versus evaporation. Transpiration, water loss through plant leaves, regulated process influenced by environment and plant factor, essential for plant growth and temperature regulation. Evaporation, water loss from surfaces of leaves, soil or water bodies. Unregulated process dependent on temperature, humidity and wind, not specific to plants, occur in all environment. In summary, polar clima provides flexible support while sclerenchyma offers rigid strength. Photoperiodism responds to day length, regulating growth and flowering, whereas phototropism responds to light direction causing curvature. Transpiration is a regulated water loss process in plant, whereas evaporation is an unregulated water loss process occurring in various environments. Next is define nutrition, nutrients, osmotic adjustment, primary growth, secondary growth, homeostasis, cohesion and adhesion. First of all, we see what is nutrition. The process by which organisms obtain and utilize nutrients for growth, maintenance and energy. Next is nutrients. Substances obtained from environment which provide energy, support growth and maintain life processes. For example, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Osmotic adjustment. Changes in solute concentration or water concentration within cell to maintain equilibrium with the surrounding environment, balancing water uptake and loss. Next is Primary growth: increase in plant length due to cell division and expansion in apical meristem, resulting in new tissue and organ. Secondary growth: increase in plant thickness due to cell division and expansion in lateral meristem, resulting in secondary tissues like wood and bark. Homeostasis: the ability of organism to maintain internal stability and balance despite changes in external environment. Next is cohesion: the attractive forces between molecules of same substance, such as water molecule, allowing them to stick together. Adhesion: the attractive force between molecules of different substance, such as water and surface, allowing them to stick together. Next question is why sport is needed in terrestrial life. Sport is needed in terrestrial life for several reasons. First of all, gravity. On land, organisms must counteract the force of gravity which pulled them downwards. Sport help maintain posture and prevent collapse. Next is structural integrity. Terrestrial organisms need internal support to maintain their shape and structure, allowing them to move, grow, and function. Next is protection. Sport provides protection from external damage such as mechanical stress, predator, and environmental extreme. Movement and locomotion. Sport is necessary for efficient movement and locomotion on land, enabling organisms to walk, run, or jump. Resource acquisition. Sport help organisms reach resources like light, water, and nutrients which may be scarce or distant. Reproduction and dispersal. Sport can aid in production and dispersal by allowing organisms to produce and disperse offspring such as seed or spore. Next is environmental interactions. Sport influences how organisms interact with their environment, including responding to stimuli and adapting to changes. In summary, sport is essential for terrestrial life to counteract gravity, maintain structure and posture, provide protection, facilitate movement and locomotion, acquire resources, interact with the environment. This is why we see various forms of sport in terrestrial organisms such as skeleton, exoskeleton, stem and root. Next is what is the path of salt and water in vascular plants? The path of salt and water in vascular plants is as follows. First of all, root hairs. Water and salts enter plant through root hair which increase the surface area for absorption. Root cortex. Water and salt move through root cortex, a region of parenchyma cell, by osmosis and diffusion. Xylem. Water and salts enter xylem, a type of vascular tissue, through the root xylem parenchyma cells. Trachea and vessel. Water and salts move upward through xylem in trachea and vessel, which are dead, hollow cells that form tube for transport. Xylem sap. The solution of water and salt is called xylem sap, which is pushed upward by root pressure and pulled upward by transpirational pull. Next is stem. Xylem sap moves through the stem, providing water and salt to the plant tissue. Leaves. Xylem sap reaches the leaf where water is used for photosynthesis and salts are used for growth and development. Phloem. Excess salts and sugar produced by photosynthesis are transported downward through phloem, another type of vascular tissue. Roots as storage organ. Salts and sugars are stored in roots, stem and other storage organs are used for growth and development. This path allows vascular plants to transport water and salts from roots to the leaves and other tissues, supporting growth, photosynthesis, and other essential processes. Next question is how does syplast differ from apoplast? Syplast and apoplast are two pathways for water and fluid transport in plants. First of all, we see what is syplast pathway. The syplast is the inner space of plant cell, including the cytosol and plasmodesmata, channels collecting adjacent cells. Water and fluids move through syplast by cytoplasmic streaming, diffusion, active transport. The syplast is a living, dynamic pathway allowing for selective transport and regulation. Next is apoplast. The apoplast is non-living space outside plant cell, including cell wall. intercellular space, xylem vessel. Waterous roots move through apoplast by diffusion, bulk flow. The apoplast is a non-selective pathway allowing for passive transport. Key differences between these two. Location. Cyplast is within cell while apoplast is outside cell. Transport mechanism. Cyplast use active transport and cytoplasmic streaming while apoplast relies on diffusion and bulk flow. Next is selectivity. Cyplast is selective, regulating transport, while apoplast is non-selective. Function. Cyplast is involved in short-distance transport, while apoplast facilitates long-distance transport. Both pathways work together to facilitate water and fluid transport in plants. Next question is, enlist the name of supporting tissues in plants. First of all, colon chyma provide flexible support found in stem, leaf, and petiole. Next is sclerenchyma of a rigid support found in mature stem, bark, and seed coat. Next is xylem provide support and transport water and minerals. Consist of tracheid vessels. Xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers. Next is phloem fibers provide support and transport sugar and organic compounds. Next is parenchyma offers support and perform various functions including storage and photosynthesis. These supporting tissues work together to maintain plant structure, facilitate growth, and enable plants to respond to environmental stimuli. Next question is, what are annual rings? Define primary and secondary growth in plants. First of all, we see what are annual rings. Annual rings are growth rings visible in cross-section of a tree, trunk or branch representing 1 year growth. They form due to changes in wood density and cell size over the growing season. Annual rings vary in width indicating growth rates, show pattern of light and dark wood reflecting seasonal changes, provide information on age, growth rate and environmental conditions. Next is primary growth in plants. Primary growth refers to increase in length or height of plant due to cell division and expansion in apical meristem. Primary tissue like dermal, ground and vascular tissue. Primary growth results in the formation of new organs such as leaves, stem and root. Next is secondary growth in plants. Secondary growth refers to increase in thickness or girth of a plant due to cell division and expansion in lateral meristem, cambium, or secondary tissue, wood and bark. Secondary growth occurs in woody plants, producing secondary xylem, wood, and secondary phloem bark, leading to increased stem diameter and root thickness. Next is key differences between these two. Primary growth and secondary growth. Primary growth increase in length occurs at growing tip, whereas secondary growth increase in thickness occurs in lateral meristem. These growth processes enable plant to develop and adapt to their environment. Next question is, what happens to the primary tissue of a stem when secondary growth occurs? When secondary growth occurs in a stem, the primary tissue undergoes significant changes such as primary xylem becomes compressed and pushed toward the center of stem by newly formed secondary xylem wood. Next is primary phloem gets crushed and destroyed by expanding secondary phloem bark. Cortex may get compressed or suppressed upon by growing secondary tissue. Epidermis usually get replaced by periderm or secondary tissue as the stem expands. The primary tissues formed during primary growth are adapted for initial growth and development. As the stem increases again due to secondary growth, these primary tissues are modified or replaced to accommodate the expanding diameter. The secondary tissues produced by cambium become the dominant tissue in mature stem, providing structure support, transportation, and protection. Next question is, why does the wood of many tropical trees lack annual rings? The wood of many tropical trees lacks annual rings because, first of all, consistent temperature and moisture. Tropical regions have relatively constant temperature and high moisture level throughout the year, reducing the seasonal fluctuations that trigger annual ring formation. No distinct growing season. Tropical trees often grow continuously without a dormant period, making it difficult to distinguish between annual growth rings. Slow growth rate. Some tropical trees grow slowly, resulting in less pronounced growth layers. Different wood anatomy. Tropical trees may have different wood anatomical features such as diffuse porous wood, growth rings are not clearly defined as vessels are distributed throughout the wood. Ring porous wood with large vessels. Vessels are large and scattered, making animal rings less distinct. Wood with included phloem. Phloem tissue is embedded within xylem, obscuring animal rings boundaries. These factors combined make it challenging to identify animal rings in tropical tree wood, unlike temperate trees, which typically exhibit clear animal rings due to similar growth patterns. Next question is, why is hardwood more desirable than softwood for making furniture? Hardwood is generally more desirable than softwood for making furniture due to its density. Hardwood is denser, making it more durable and less prone to dents and scratches. Grain pattern. Hardwood often has a more attractive, complex grain pattern, adding aesthetic value. Strength. Hardwood is stronger and more resistant to bending and breaking. Stability. Hardwood is less likely to shake, expand, or warp with temperature and humidity changes. Durability. Hardwood is more resistant to decay, rot, and insect damage. Finish. Hardwood takes finishes well, enhancing its appearance and protecting it from damage. Longevity. Hardwood furniture can last for generations with proper care. Softwood, on the other hand, is often less dense, softer, more prone to scratches and dents, more susceptible to warping and shaking, less durable. However, some soft woods like pine or fir can still be used for furniture making, especially if properly treated and finished. Ultimately, the choice between hardwood and softwood depends on the desirable appearance, budget, and intended use of the furniture. Next is, what are the types of movements in plants in response to stimuli? Plants exhibit various types of movements in response to stimuli, including tropism, growth response to directional stimuli such as phototropism towards light, geotropism gravity, hydrotropism towards water, and thigmotropism towards touch. Nastic movements are directional responses to stimuli such as thigmonasty touch, photonasty light, and seismonasty vibrations. Tactic movements oriented movements are away from a stimulus such as chemotropism chemicals, electrotropism electricity. Autonomic movements spontaneous mutations, random